Okay, today is the fire it up day. First thing I'm going to do is pull the plugs, put a little mystery oil in the cylinders. I like to do that. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it. It lubes up the cylinders. If this thing has been dry for 20 years, it's not going to hurt doing that. I got the Rover battery in it. No sense buying a battery for this thing until I know that it runs. And I've got the keys straightened out, at least I think I do, so that part should be no problem. The shifter seems to be stuck in reverse. I don't know why. Maybe because it's on a bit of a hill here. But I'll free that up in a bit. But first is I'm gonna pull a plug and see what it looks like. Oh boy, it's tight. Oh. If this thing really is, what, 67,000 miles, then this plug should be, unless it's the original, it should be in really good shape. Yeah, it's not in really good shape. Not at all. Not at all. It's been in here for a long time. It has been in here for a long time. It's got a little bit of oil on it. Not a good sign. Doesn't make me too excited. I got a good view down into the cylinder here, and looks to me, based on this spark plug hole is so huge, I can actually see in the cylinder, and it looks to me like the walls are in pretty good shape. Well, as best as I can tell anyway, it looks pretty good. All right, I gotta clean this up and then we'll resume. Now it's time to try to get this thing running. First order of business is get this air cleaner off. There was squirrels either living inside or using it as a nut warehouse. So I loosen these up. They were very tight, but they came off fine once I soaked them for the last week. I haven't had a chance to touch this all week. It's been too rainy here in Tennessee and I've been too busy. But it'll be interesting to see what's under here. Hopefully nothing in the carburetor. I don't think there is, because I'm able to get a view of it when I pry it up. Oh boy, look at that. Wow. Wow. This thing has been sitting a long time. Okay. Where is the accelerator? Right here. Let's see if that's freed up. No. Well, yeah, sort of. Doesn't snap back, but it is. It is free. Glad I discovered that now and didn't have this thing wide open throttle on me. There we go. Trying to use up all my WD-40. After the test I did a while back, I found the WD-40's not really that great. So I had a few cans of it. I'm just using it up. Look at that. That is chock full of acorns. Find out where this goes and disconnect it. Right here. Man, these 80s vehicles have so many. Racky Moses. This one really doesn't want to come off. There it goes. I don't know if this thing is rusted, stuck, or not. It doesn't want to come off. Looks like there's a rubber gasket. Rubber gasket is probably fossilized. Speaking of fossilized, a fossilized spider in there. I'm gonna have to get a rubber hammer to try to free this up. So it wasn't stuck. There was a bolt right there in the middle that goes through it. 11mm head. Look at the mess. Look at the mess, but this air filter saved everything. It's not that old either. Well, old, not that dirty. Look at that. Nothing got past the air filter, so this is all nice. That is good news, really good news. So none of this got into the carburetor. This is not eaten up in any way. Awesome. I'm gonna clean this up. All right, so one of the issues we have trying to get this thing going is there's no key. So I've got to get the old ignition switch out. And in order to do that, you need to be able to push this little pin here up. And the whole thing will slide out. But that pin doesn't move with the ignition in the lock position. So we can't get it out like that. So what I'm going to have to do is take a screwdriver, jam it in here, and essentially break this lock and move it into this on position, and then I'll be able to push the pin up to get it out. Now, I've never done this before, so this is going to be interesting, but we'll see how it goes. I have no idea if this is going to work.
You broke the screwdriver.
Okay, let's see if I moved it far enough.
Can't see anything.
I think I may have moved it far enough. Not quite. But we moved it a lot. But wow, we moved it a lot. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that that didn't work.
If you can move the light over a little bit. Ah, okay.
Boy, it's close. It's real close. I don't know that I actually need to move it any further, but let me try it. You don't have to hammer the screwdriver in very far. Yeah. Yeah, it's moving now. Come on, come out of there. I'm gonna pry this thing off. It kind of needs to come off anyway. It's in the way.
Ooh, got it.
Yeah, that's not completely though. I knew that had to come off. It does give me a little more access inside. Really should be able to move it up. Okay, why don't you? Yeah, I mean the pin is way up there. Why this thing won't come out, I don't know. It should be. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. It's actually breaking the switch. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Trial and error here. Okay, why don't you kill the video and we'll jump back. Okay, we got it out. Man, this was not easy. The pin that holds the whole thing in, right here, even though we moved it over right away, when I broke that screwdriver, we moved it enough to make the pin in, but it would not go into the cylinder enough. It just wouldn't do it. So, as you can see, I had to get out the big guns and just keep on drilling. It made a mess, stuff flying everywhere, but there's the switch. So, whew. Yeah, we'll be ready to roll soon. It's going to be the first time that this thing has had electricity in a long time. We're going to hook the battery up, check the lights, then we're going to see if it turns over. The Mr. Oil's in the cylinders now. All the plugs look good except number 5. The first one I took out that you saw didn't look good. The others look great. I had a little trickle charge on the battery because I haven't done anything with it. Now this is always tricky. You don't know if a fire is going to start when you do this. So here's the plus. I cleaned it up already. That's on there. Okay, now here, look at this. I don't know if this is going to conduct at all. That is just so bad. So bad. It's definitely the worst cable I've ever seen. But we'll try it. So I'm going to just tap it at first, see if there's a spark. Okay, no spark. Okay. I don't hear the ignition buzzer. Let's try the lights. They're on?
Yep.
All right, both sides?
Yep.
All right, let's try the high beams.
Yeah.
All right. How about the tail lights? Tail lights are on. Even the plate light is on.
Nice.
Look at that. Even the plate light is on. Let's try the brake lights.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. Lights off, hopefully. All right, now, little tricky here. I'm gonna turn it over to blow the mystery oil out of the cylinders that I put in earlier. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess, but I know that. But the thing is, it's stuck in reverse, so I'm gonna have to do it from inside the cab with the clutch in. We'll see if that works, because the whole key situation is still a little bit funky. Okay, 20 years, this thing hasn't run. Now is the time for us to try it. So, I'm gonna hook the battery up, check the lights, and then see if it'll turn over.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna give it a try. Nothing.
Nothing.
Shit. Okay. That ignition switch is still screwed up, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to jump it, which I can do. It's just gonna be a hassle that it's stuck in reverse, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, we're going to try to jump the solenoid because it's not behaving. So we'll see.
Oh. Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. All right. Next step, put the plugs in, see if this thing will fire.
Okay.
So that's the Duraspark module. I haven't checked for spark yet, but look at that. It's melted. These things do melt. It's melted, and the resin from inside has stuck to the wheel well, which has then gathered all kinds of snails and leaves and dirt over the years. So that box has to go. But I am going to check the spark. So let's take a good plug. And a good ground. Not a good ground, that's a better ground. And you should see a spark come out of there. Just stand over here where I am. Try to put your shadow over it. Hopefully you see a spark there. You're right in the spark plug.
Oh, it's gonna be hard. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
All
right.
You seem so surprised.
Okay, good deal. So we get spark. I can't believe that one. Really can't. All right, plugs are going back in. It's hot. Okay. I can't wait till this starts and we can turn the AC on because it's hot. All right, this has to come off. Then I have to hook up my infamous funnel gas line. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, check it out. I think it's a cool idea. I've been doing it for more years than I can count. And it looks ridiculous, but it works really well. Now where's the gas line? That's vacuum, 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 right here. This is the gas line, it's got a filter. I'm gonna take it off here, preserve the filter. Might be a bad idea, because the filter might be shot. But we'll try it. It's safer with the filter than without, unless the filter's plugged. I mean, it's only been 20 years. Okay. What this will also tell us is if the fuel pump's working, stuff will come out of here, and there's fuel in the tank. Obviously, if the fuel pump's working and fuel starts pumping, I need to stop immediately and reroute that. Very, very expensive, high dollar fuel system. But also quite effective. Quite effective. All right, time for some. So this is chainsaw gas. I'm gonna fill up the bowl in the carburetor with chainsaw gas. Oops. Okay, the bowl is full of chainsaw gas. Get some regular gas here. It's got to cycle through this long hose, so it's letting some air through, but we got enough to get it going. All right. Always have a fire extinguisher handy when you do this.
Wait a minute, where's ours?
It's right there.
Where?
Right there. Front of the truck. All right, key's going to be on, which I think it is. Let's try it.
Exciting.
Yep. Yep, super exciting.
20 years.
First time in 20 years with gas in it.
Oh, I heard something.
Okay. Something's wrong with my jump box. It doesn't want to jump. Okay. That didn't work out too well, did it? All right, we're going to try it a direct wire instead of the jump box. This is a great battery, so it ought to have enough juice. It idles. Wow. Man, it sounds great. You get something for that belt. I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is.
Tell us.
The AC is stuck.
The AC?
Yeah, that belt noise is the fan belt, because the AC is stuck. Oh wait, the AC is not stuck. So what's going on here? What is sticking? This wasn't, oh,
I don't
This
know,
wasn't
but
turning.
it was running pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fantastic.
Okay, let's fire it up again. I'm not sure what the issue is. This wasn't spinning though. This was not spinning. And I could smell the belt burning. Oh, was it? Here I'm saying AC, that's not AC. That's smog pump. See, this is my crappy knowledge about Fords. It might be the AC that's doing it. I almost guarantee it is. Let's try it.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me stand back again. And here we go again. Will she start that easy again? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, there's a couple of things going on here. First is I lost my cap.
Well, we'll get back to you.
Okay, so I suspect the smog pump is what's stuck. It usually is on these old rigs. It's usually not the alternator, but the alternator is not spinning. The smog pump is one of the belts connected to it. The alternator is also run off the fan belt, and I think that's where the squealing was coming from. So this nut here, I disconnected. A few wraps on the hammer to push it down. Let me get this belt off. Oh, shit.
Oh, do you want to take your gas down?
There. Belt, look at that tiny little belt. All right. Well, it was stuck. It's moving now, but it was stuck.
Did you put oil on it?
No, I didn't. But I'm going to leave it disconnected. Let's see how it is now. Let's see how this goes now. Okay.
Oh, are you starting it?
Yep.
Okay, let me move.
That's a little better.
It's a lot better.
Yeah. Listen to that thing. Let's check the oil pressure. It doesn't have a gauge, but the light's out. Plus, I could tell if it didn't have oil pressure. It's too quiet. The mystery oil's burning out of the cylinders. That's fine.
It sounds really good. I mean, I'm shocked how good it sounds. Absolutely shocked.
Sounds amazing. Let's see if the AC works.
You might be pushing it on that one. I think that you're pushing it. Really? You're kidding. Oh my gosh.
Full AC.
No. You are lying. Dude. Starting her up again?
Yep.
By the way, the AC does work. Amazing, but hard to believe it did.
oil it's got right now, I think, is the spark module. Vacuum leak too.
What is it?
It's a vacuum leak. That's part of the problem as well. See how much better it runs if I hand over the vacuum
Yeah.
leak?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So what are you checking now?
It's charging, it's charging. Whew. Pressure in the radiator. Yeah, there's water in there. I'm going to add more. Not happy with the amount that's in there, but I'm going to add more. Yeah.
What do you do now?
So I smelled essentially burning leaves. And I've got burning leaves. Oil's nice and clean. You know, considering it's been sitting this long. I already bought the oil for an oil change, but honestly, it's not sludgy. So I'm not doing any damage to it by running it like this. Problem is, this is a homemade dipstick, and I don't know what's full. I think maybe up to there, but I have no idea. If so, that would be full. It says it's a little bit low. Well, I'm going to change it anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. It's still in the safe zone.
Just wanted to come in and let you see that the temperature gauge is actually running completely normal. Absolutely amazing. And if that is correct, we're most definitely out of gas. Which I'm sure it is. I hope it is. So we're checking the clutch and the brakes. See if we can get it started with the key.
Don't start with the key.
No. Yes. The brake lights are coming on. Yep.
Okay, brakes not working.
No, the light's coming on.
Yeah. Yeah, lights work, pedals work, but the brakes not working at all. That's okay. You kind of expected that. It's running. It's running beautiful. I haven't tuned it. I haven't done anything. Running absolutely beautiful. It's relatively quiet. Doesn't seem to have any exhaust leaks. The smoke has stopped because the mystery oil's burned through. Clutch works good. Brakes are shot. Completely shot. So next is, I know it runs. I can buy a battery for it. I can clean it up. So the next video is going to be cleaning it up, and then I'm going to move on to the brakes. Thanks for coming along for the journey. Subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more on this truck. We're both pretty excited about this thing. So have a good day.